Hi, sweetheart. This book is called 3 Hens, a Peacock, and the Enormous Egg by Laminack. That is an enormous egg, isn't it? It's going to be a very big egg. 3 hens and a peacock. 3 hens and a peacock. See their legs? 3 hens and a peacock. And the enormous egg. Looks like it takes place on a farm. Yep, there's the hens. There's the cows. There's a peacock. Everything on the Tuckers' farm was business as usual. The cows grazed in the meadow, and the hens pecked around the hen house. The peacock strutted by the roadside. The old hound rested on the porch, watching. Then things got interesting. A truck carrying a big crate rumbled up the road, banged through a pothole, and whizzed by the farm. The big truck. All that noise got everyone's attention. The crate had bounced off the truck. Sitting there in the road was an enormous egg. Dropped off the truck. So everybody looking at the egg. The peacock and the old hound and the 3 hens scurried down the path for a closer look. The hens flapped their wings in amazement. Good grief, Mildred clucked. Who could have laid such an enormous egg? Martha squawked. We must get it back inside the crate, Mabel cackled. It's not safe to leave it out here in the road. The hens scrambled behind the enormous egg and pushed. It barely moved. The old hound shoved the egg with his nose. It just wobbled around in circles. Let's try working together, said the peacock. He swept his long tail feathers against the egg, while the hens gently rolled it back into the crate. The hens cheered. We did it. We have to hurry, warned Mildred. We must get this crate inside the barn before a car comes along. Everyone crowded behind the crate and pushed with all their might. Nothing happened. The hens had a quick chat, then turned to the peacock and the old hound. You two keep this egg safe, Mildred clucked. We'll be right back. Before long, the hens returned with 2 cows lumbering behind them. Can you help us get this crate to the barn? Squawked Martha. The cows sized up the situation, then set to work. Oh, look, they're strong. See, the cows are pushing it. Uh-oh, looks like the egg's gonna fall out. They eased the crate toward the barn while the peacock cleared away pebbles to smooth the path. The old hound trotted along beside the crate. Watch out, cackled Mabel. Take your time, squawked Martha. They were almost to the barn when the crate hit a bump, and the enormous egg toppled out. Uh-oh, looks like it's rolling. The egg is rolling away, shrieked the peacock. The old hound sprinted ahead and sprawled out across the path. The egg came to a rest against his soft belly. Goodness gracious sakes alive, cackled Mabel. I thought our egg was a goner. The animals nudged the enormous egg back into the crate. This time the old hound stepped in and curled himself around the egg. The cows slowly pushed the crate to the barn. The dog's protecting it. Once inside, the hens and the peacock gathered some hay for a nest. Then the cows and the old hound rolled the egg into it. Now, someone must sit on this egg and keep it warm if we expect this chick to hatch, cackled Mabel. Move over, everyone, clucked Mildred. I have hatched more eggs than any of you. She hopped up onto the egg, but she barely covered half of it. Let me try, squawked Martha. I'm the biggest hen." She struggled to the top of the egg. She squirmed and stretched, but she couldn't cover it either. "Mercy me," cackled Mabel. "I have the fluffiest feathers. Maybe that will do the trick." She climbed onto the enormous egg, but she didn't do any better than the others. The egg is too big. Oh, there goes the peacock. Mildred looked at the peacock. "Perhaps you should give it a try," she clucked. The peacock clambered onto the egg, but even he was not big enough for the job. "Well, I do declare," cackled Mabel. "I believe our egg needs 3 hens and a peacock." "If the 4 of us sit on the egg all day, who will do our jobs on the farm?" squawked Martha. "Could we egg sit at night?" the peacock asked. "Yes, let's do that," said Mildred. "But who will keep our egg warm during the day?" All eyes turned to the old hound. "Who, me?" he asked. "I don't know how to hatch eggs." "Somebody's got to do it," clucked Mildred, "or the egg won't hatch. I'm sure you can think of something." "Well, then, I'll figure it out," said the old hound. There they are at night. That night, as the stars began to twinkle, the hens and the peacock gathered to sit on the enormous egg. The next morning, as the others went about their chores, the old hound headed to the barn. He had a special job to do. He's got to take care of it during the day. Oh my. For a while, things seemed to go well, but early one evening, the peacock found the 3 hens huddled around the egg in a wad of worry. "Something is not right," squawked Martha. "Eggs never take this long to hatch." "Maybe enormous eggs take longer," the peacock suggested. "Mercy me," cackled Mabel. "You could be right." "We'll just have to keep at it," clucked Mildred. And so they did. Each night, while they kept the egg warm, they imagined that this big chick, what he would look like. They're imagining when the egg hatches. Will it be a peacock, a bunch of chicks, or a big hen? Oh, there he is. He's sitting on it. And every day the old hound kept the enormous egg warm. Then one morning, a crack spread across the shell. The egg was beginning to hatch. The hens and the peacock did not hear the peck-tap, peck-tap, peck-tap coming from the inside of the egg. But the old hound heard it. He raised his head and howled the news. The hens and the peacock rushed in to find him cuddled around the egg. A piece of the shell fell away and the egg broke open. Crack! Out popped an enormous head. "Why, she's as big as one of us," cackled Mabel. "I've never seen a chicken with eyelashes," squawked Martha. "She's a strange-looking chick, that's for sure," clucked Mildred. "She's just perfect," said the old hound. After that, everything on Tucker's farm did not go back to business as usual. But no one seemed to mind. Looks like they became really good friends. Since the dog is the one that hatched it, they became really good friends. And that's 3 hens, a peacock, and the enormous egg. Okay, see you next time, sweetheart.